Good afternoon, families. It is Saturday, March 18th, 2023, and I am coming to you from my home with our most recent vlog update for the last week or so. We're going to get into our top three today instead of our top two, and we'll get right into it. Number one, there will be no school this upcoming Friday, March 24th, 2023. This is to allow for makeup conferences from the crazy snowstorm that canceled our second conferences day earlier in the month. So if we actually ended up missing each other and you were one of those families that were affected, please follow the link in the description below to sign up for a time this Friday for a time that we can sit down and chat. Number two, spring break is almost upon us. Spring break is March 25th through April 2nd, with us returning back to school Monday, April 3rd, 2023. So time to rest, heal, relax, recharge, all those good things. And finally, for our top three, just an update on kind of what's going on with me and where I'm at. As many of you know, I herniated a disc in October in my back. And I had what my doctor called a flare-up on Wednesday, right before conferences. So if you saw me on either Wednesday the 8th or Thursday the 9th, you probably noticed that I was struggling to get around. And if you might have also seen that on this Monday of this last week. So I am resting and following doctor's orders in preparation for a few appointments this upcoming week and then over spring break. And my plan right now is to return for Monday, April 3rd. So that just kind of is where those things are at. So I'm just going to keep apprised on my health and take care of myself so I can be there for students and families as well. Moving into the rest of our week. Just thank you for those of you who were able to make winter conferences that didn't get canceled so far. I always appreciate getting to sit down with everybody, families, and talk about how we're doing and how we are on our way to first grade. So there's just a handful more of you that I hope to see this Friday. So yay! Next, in phonics this week, we've been working through our 3 weeks of short vowel review and high frequency practice prior to long vowel silent E. This week we actually practiced our short CVC words, which is like segmenting and blending, listening for all the different sounds in a word like cat, k, at, and then using written versions with a missing inside vowel piece like the a, and remembering that a is our A, and writing those down. In reading, we read some nonfiction and fiction books about St. Patrick's Day, its history, leprechauns, catching a leprechaun. Students got to implement some of their phonics and decoding skills using high-frequency words, reading and rereading books from their book box. We made high-frequency word rings with a little steel ring and a hole punch note card to help us kind of go through high-frequency words that we know that we can practice then when we're reading during reading time or during quiet time. This upcoming next week, we'll be practicing partner reading, which is sitting hip to hip with another student, and either taking turns reading one page at a time, reading one book at a time, and just practicing listening and helping each other read with a partner. In writer's workshop, our time kind of exploded in this last week and a half, where we've been working into much longer across the whole room, books bigger and bigger. So I know some of you got to see those for conferences, which are pretty exciting. Some of the details that we've been working on adding into our stories are speech bubbles, exclamation marks, question marks, and then hopefully eventually quotation marks, which we've been talking about is what hugs what someone says out loud, or similar to the same things that you'd see if it was in a speech bubble in a cartoon or a comic. We took some time on this past Friday to write and draw about how to catch a leprechaun, and if we could, what would we wish for? And I just want to encourage you, as spring break is coming up, encourage your student to write and to draw at home. It's fun. The joy of writing is not only having just creating cool pictures and stories, but having those stories shared and enjoyed by other people. So that just takes a lot of practice, but I hope that's something that you can do over spring break. In math, we finished our initial exploration of composition and decomposition, putting together and taking apart numbers, and how those add up to a whole number. And we've been doing that with number bonds, if you remember. All this hard work is the foundation for what's coming up next for our next math module, which is addition and subtraction, where the students are going to be taking a major leap forward in our understanding of number sentences, representing addition stories by using number sentences with math symbols such as like 4 plus 2 equals 6, and then reading that by saying 4 plus 2 equals 6. So not only seeing it, recognizing those symbols, but then also being able to reread it to check our work based on how it matches a picture as well. And that's pretty awesome. We had a couple other things pop up. We got to see a bandorama. We got we got to see a strings concert as well. Obviously, I was not there this past Friday for our St. Patrick's Day kind of celebration. So I have seen some very fantastic, amazing videos and pictures. So again, heads up and shout out to our room parents for really stepping up and taking what we had talked about at conferences and actualizing that on my behalf and for the students as well. So I hope this finds you well. I hope that you are healthy. I hope that even though it has been bitterly cold this weekend, that you've at least been able to enjoy a little bit of the sunshine that we've kind of missed recently. And I hope that you get a chance, if it warms up, fingers crossed, to get outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk, and enjoy those amazing things that make this time of the year, well, in like a lion, cold and bitter, and out like a lamb, warmer and nicer as we approach into spring. So I hope you're doing well. I will see you when I see you, and have a fantastic upcoming week. Thanks. Bye.